Oh, wow. Wow.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. One of my all-time favorite things is watching President Trump on diplomatic trips because it's funny the way world leaders act around him. They're quite nervous and intimidated, but nothing worse than what happens when he goes and manhandles the globalist beta poster child of a weak, limp-wristed world leader, Emmanuel Macron in France. Yikes, that's a bit of a manhandle right there. Look at the full alpha grip. Yeah, okay. Well, here's what I think is quite interesting about all of this, is that Emmanuel Macron is used to getting clearly manhandled on camera. This is what happened to Emmanuel Macron when he was trying to get off his presidential plane in Vietnam. Got manhandled. By who? By Brigitte. Slapped right in the freaking face. Both hands. Brigitte, who was Emmanuel Macron's school teacher, and they admittedly met when he was underage. So that's just totally normal. Our globalist leadership class, they're great people. Brigitte was very angry and, well, clearly has a testosterone problem here. Goodness gracious, look at that. Both hands to the face. Very aggressive. Watch Macron's wife, Brigitte, smack him in the face. They arrive in Vietnam, refuse to hold his hand. Macron manhandled by wife on camera. Total embarrassment. Macron's office claimed this was a moment of togetherness. His wife decked him in the face. It's funny the way that Macron is clearly self-conscious about this. You can see him nervously ticking inside of the Oval Office meeting here. He's not a confident man. And his party has lost an enormous amount of power in France. It's hanging on by a thread in what many are calling rigged elections. And it's not popular for a reason. Everybody in France knows it's creepy. They know it's creepy for this teacher who's, I think, 30 years older than Emmanuel Macron to be in a, what some are calling a Big Mike situation. Here we go. Women who claimed Brigitte Macron was a man are cleared of defamation. Does this mean what I think it means? Let's read. 2 women convicted of defaming French First Lady Brigitte Macron by saying that she was born a man are today sensationally cleared on appeal. Okay. Judges sitting in the Paris Appeals Court on Thursday ruled that 2 individuals who were bloggers had every legal right to make the allegation. Both claimed that they were subjected to intimidation by authorities. Ultra-protected members of the Paris elite establishment tried to cover up a state secret. Sounds shockingly familiar to what's happening in this country right now. Let's move on. Lawyers for Ms. Macron, 72. Goodness gracious. Yeah, so 30 years older than Emmanuel. So creepy. Indicated that she was devastated by the development, that she'd be taking the case to a higher court in France. Really, why fight this? Why fight this battle? It's a really strange thing, this. Why fight this battle so savagely? You know, she keeps trying to sue Candace Owens and so on for talking about this. Like, people talk about garbage all the time. Like, people talk about this channel, me. They say everything they can possibly say under the sun about President Trump. A lot of it's absurd and ridiculous. Like, why fight this battle so savagely? It's very strange, isn't it? Doth protest too much, right? Kind of Shakespearean almost. Ms. Macron is currently returning from a state visit with her husband. Was not in court to hear the judgment. They appeared on a 4-hour YouTube video in December 2021, and they claimed that Brigitte was born a baby boy called Jean-Michel Trauneau in 1953. This is, in fact, the name of Brigitte's brother, and Ms. Macron was called Brigitte before her first marriage. The defendants also claimed that Brigitte's first husband had never actually existed before his reported death in 2020. Well, I mean, this is just crazy. And crazy interesting. A judge sitting in Normandy originally fined the two women the equivalent of $1,700 each and found them guilty of libel. Following their appeals, though, their fines were reduced. Now neither will have to pay anything, and they're free to go. Okay, so now it says we're acquitted. And they expressed great pleasure with the judgment. The two women who were present at the judgment was announced were sued for defamation by Ms. Macron in 2022. Today's court ruling states that 18 passages of the video under the consideration do not constitute defamation and instead represent good faith free speech. It comes as Ms. Macron finds herself increasingly under attack, not just in France but across the world. Becoming Brigitte, a controversial book about her personal life written by a journalist, Xavier Possard, is stirring up controversy and theories with American influencer Candace Owens. It comes as 4 male defendants prepare their cyber harassment trial in Paris Correctional Court, being accused of likening Ms. Macron to a child abuser. But she was his teacher. And this is like not going away because, well, people don't like this kind of stuff. This is a clip that I find absolutely and totally shocking. It's a clip from CBS News, of all people. And CBS News going out and saying, yeah, this relationship's really wrong and creepy. And we should really be bothered by this, right? Watch this.
Gaslighting us. Every politician gaslights us all day long. Yesterday, though, Macron said the video showed the couple bickering and joking around. He said
joking around, mistake number 2. That's not a joke.
He said the incident had been overblown into some sort of geoplanetary catastrophe. No,
it's
just
not a catastrophe.
You got shoved in the face.
No, by your wife.
By your wife.
Caught you in a moment that clearly Mrs. Macron was not happy with Mr. Macron.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think
For
this is why you
reason.
should not marry your high school teacher. I mean, I don't know. Something about that, maybe who knows? What do you guys say?
Clearly there's something
going on.
Somebody.
Lavash.
I'm gonna leave that one alone, man.
Somebody.
Oh, yeah, but you're ready to eat a guac. Or whatever that thing.
Good for you. Maybe you shouldn't marry your high school teacher. Look, good for you. Way to go. Way to go. You know, you're reaching major problems here. Where the entire facade of the creepy lives of these people is under major attack. Is this why, again, is it all tied to the Epstein list? He was in France all the time. These people have such creepy, weird lives. Here we go. This is the independent journalist who sort of broke this story and wrote the Becoming Brigitte story. On July 25th, Paris Court of Appeal acquitted the individuals who were sued by Brigitte for video broadcasts, which they claimed that Brigitte was born a man. In January 2022, Brigitte Macron announced her intention to sue for defamation. They appealed. They've been acquitted, which means the court has found the defendant not guilty of any offense. It's a major victory. Despite all the media vociferous denial and blame, Brigitte Macron has obtained no convictions for defamation against those who say that she was born a man. Brigitte Macron is the wife to Emmanuel Macron. They met in 1992 when the French president was 14 years old. Ugh. Creepy, man. Good for them. Way to go. You wanted a public life and a big public profile. You wanted to be famous, whatever the hell you are. And, well, now you got it, right? Now you got your fame, okay? So what comes with that is people are going to ask questions about you and your creepy relationship with your former student here. And they're going to really wonder about it because it's very odd. It's creepy. It makes people's skin crawl. We have no idea just how weird the story gets. I have an idea. I'll redirect you to Candace's channel because she's been doing reporting on this for such a long time. And there's so many different angles, right, on this. It's really peculiar, but like I'll end by saying this. You signed up for this. You're the ones who are the powerful world leaders. You don't get to veil yourself in some little cloak and say, like, don't come after me. No, don't leave Brittany alone. You don't get to leave Brittany alone. Leave Brigitte alone. You don't get to do that. If you're going to live some creepy, some of the creepy, dark personal life, some twisted, warped, strange little like personal life, and then you want everyone to pay for your private jets and for your palaces that you live in, you want the taxpayer to do that? The taxpayer has every damn right to ask about that warped, creepy personal life, to find out what kind of a person you are. And oftentimes the people who seek the most power are the ones who are the most broken and the most effed up. That's just a matter of fact. The people who are pathological. Most of us just kind of want to live like normal lives, right? The people that are so ravenous and craven and corrupted that they can reach levels of power like that, they're creepy and weird. I've seen too much of them. I've seen too many of these people, right, in this profession. So yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense. And you know what? This is what you asked for. So there you go. Brigitte. We're Benny. See ya.